Hi Crafters, it's Claire, and I have finally decided what I'm going to do with this chevron scrappy fabric. I am going to make a cover for my miniature hot water bottle. Now, the first thing to note is the sizing. It is not currently wide enough. It is long enough with some excess, but it's not really wide enough to give me a seam allowance and enough room to put some padding in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more scraps. So I have these strips in the pattern and I have these squares as well. There's 4 of those, and I'm going to piece those alternatively. So there will go a stripe in between each of the grey squares, like so. And then I will add those to the edge. So they'll be down here, and then it will wrap around. So the 2 sides will come together, and there'll be a strip along here of the grey piecing. From there then I will add a wadding batting. I have some just polyester that I'll probably use, and then choose a fabric for the inside. I don't think it will be reversible, so I'm just going to use a solid from the stash, and then I'll have a lovely hot water bottle cover ready for winter. I've not yet worked out how I am actually going to attach these 2 sections together, because it's one thick strip which I could potentially fold, but I'm just going to trim these up and get this sewn into a strip so it is ready to go. So I've just given this a quick press, and I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to trim and sew it to either side of the chevrons. So I've added the strips on either side, and I was concerned that grey wasn't going to tie in because there's not actually any grey through here, but that little pattern really does tie it across, and the stripping, even though they're in a different angle, really does tie it together. So happy with that. It's just about 10 inches wide and about 22 inches long, and then I've decided red will be the inside, so I will cut that, and then I will pin it together, pin base with the batting, and start quilting. So we'll just lay this out, pin the layers together. I'm just thinking about, I'm really not sure how I'm going to quilt this. So I had this odd size of batting, so I just added some extra to the side with the zigzag, and I did it on either end so that the seam, when it folds, just kind of sit evenly. So I'm really not sure how I want to quilt this, whether I want to do straight lines on the machine with the walking foot probably, or if I want to hand quilt it. I'm very tempted to think about hand quilting this. And I've never attempted hand quilting before, but I don't really mind how this project turns out. This isn't ever going to leave the house. It is a hot water bottle cover. But I also have a free motion foot, a few free motion feet actually for the sewing machine that I got for Christmas. So I could consider giving those a go too. Yeah, a bit of an open brief. Not really sure which way I'm going to take this from here, but I'm loving the look. Absolutely loving the look of it. And I love that I alternated the two sides, so these strips and these strips don't align, because nothing in the middle aligns. This isn't a project about symmetry, that's for sure. The thing that discourages me from hand quilting is I'm just not sure how long it's going to take. I'm not sure I want to commit that much time, but I have said in the past that quilting on the machine is my least favourite part of the job. It's the least visual, like this, particularly if you're stitching in the ditch. So little in the way of visual indication that you've made any progress, except for the thread ends that you have to bury. So I'm tempted by free motion and I'm tempted by hand quilting. So I'll probably, I'm not sure. I may put together a bit of a test. So I have some offcuts of different things. I may just put those together with a little bit of batting and backing fabric and have a little experiment with the free motion feet, because I wouldn't even know which foot that I would use. I haven't even opened the packet that they came in, even though it's March and I got them for Christmas. I've been very busy with the other projects, getting those ready for deadline, so you'll have to stick around to figure out, well, to see me figure out what I'm going to do.